So you're thinking about a move to Nashville, Tennessee. You want to make sure you won't regret that decision. There are plenty of good and bad things about living in Nashville that I've already covered on this channel. But in today's video, I'm going to cover some things that you probably need to love or at least tolerate if you want to keep your sanity when you move here. By the end of the video, you should have a pretty good idea if Nashville is right or completely wrong for you. So I hope my number one on this list doesn't scare you away from Nashville like it nearly did for my wife, because I'm getting started right now. Nashville has many distinct parts to its identity, which I came to learn when I moved here 10 years ago. If you're still considering a move here after you hear what I have to say, my team and I would be happy to help. My name is Vegh, and I'm a local realtor that specializes in Nashville relocation. Whether you'll be moving here in a few weeks or several months, we can help make that process much smoother for you, so reach out by call, text, or email, and you can find all of our contact info in the description below. We're always excited to hear from you. Now let's jump into it, starting with number 5 on my list of things you're probably going to need to love if you move to Nashville, and that's the unpredictable weather. Starting out with what may deter you the least from moving here, we still got to talk about it because Nashville weather has a personality that you have to endear yourself to. I almost simply call this issue rain because Nashville gets a lot of it. In fact, with 47 inches of rainfall annually, Nashville gets more rain than many other major US cities, including Seattle, Washington, which shocked me when I found out. The unpredictable part of our rainfall here is how we can often go from clear blue skies to dark clouds dumping their cargo before we knew what hit us. Put simply, from one day and sometimes 1 hour to the next, Nashville's sudden shifts in temperature and weather conditions can leave you feeling like you have a case of weather whiplash. Another issue is our winters in Nashville and the unpredictable nature of our snowstorms. In my decade here, I've generally noticed that you can count on getting about one major snowstorm here in the season, but you never know until right before it's coming, and the city is never prepared for it. You have to embrace the fact that if and when we do get snow, Nashville is probably going to shut down and the schools are definitely going to close. The final thing that you need to learn to love about the weather is that on a day-to-day basis, no matter what season of the year it is, one of the other seasons may come pay a visit. Overall though, Nashville has moderate temperatures throughout much of the year, and I've learned to love its quirks, but I acknowledge this unpredictability may not be for everyone. Nashville's healthy amount of rain also has a side effect, and that involves something else you probably need to love if you're gonna live here: nature. Downtown Nashville is of course more of a concrete jungle, but even within the city are plenty of parks and trails, including the gorgeous Centennial Park. Nashville is also surrounded by abundant attractions and lakes, including Percy Priest Lake, Old Hickory Lake, and the stunning and tranquil Radnor Lake. When you move here, you may find your friends asking you to go on a hike or go canoeing. So if that lifestyle isn't for you, you may be a little annoyed here. And when I said side effect here, I wasn't being completely facetious. The cost of being surrounded by rolling hills of green is that with all this plant life comes some pretty serious allergies for Nashville residents. In fact, Nashville and other cities in Middle Tennessee often rank among the 30 allergy capitals in the US. Our unique mix of topography, weather patterns, and pollen-producing flora have created a perfect storm for allergy sufferers. Thankfully, I am not among those who suffer from allergy issues here, but I do notice I'll get random bouts of the sniffles from time to time. Regardless, if you suffer from allergies, you are unlikely to find relief by moving to Nashville. And that's the price we've had to pay for being surrounded by all this natural beauty. The third thing you probably need to love if you move to Nashville, or at least tolerate it like my wife does, is sports. Because Nashville has a lively and enthusiastic sports culture year-round. Nashville is home to the NFL's Tennessee Titans, the NHL's Nashville Predators, and Major League Soccer's Nashville Soccer Club, as well as a vibrant college sports scene at Vanderbilt University and the Nashville Superspeedway for NASCAR fans. Nashville even has a minor league baseball team hosting the popular Nashville Sounds. With so many options here, Nashville has developed a sports culture that is thriving and enthusiastic, sometimes too enthusiastic. In Nashville, the water cooler conversations are on the topic of sports all the time. And so if you aren't a fan of the sports ball, Nashville may strike out for you. Number 2 on my list is obvious, but we gotta talk about it, and that's Nashville's country music. Now, Nashville is known worldwide as Music City, and music is currently a $15.6 billion industry for the city. You will find music and musicians of every genre, and you couldn't ask for a more vibrant music culture. But one thing has to be acknowledged, and you will notice it as soon as you take a walk down Broadway. Nashville may as well be called Country Music City because that is truly at the heart of Nashville's music scene. Visit one of the 190 plus live music venues in Nashville, and you're likely to be treated to some of that good old Southern twang. I'm personally not a country music fan, so it's an aspect of living here I've had to adapt to. The country music twang permeates the air and the overall vibe of Nashville, Tennessee. And if that's something you can't stand, well, I tell you to move to a distant suburb of Nashville, but just know that you can't really escape country music in Tennessee. Now, the number one thing you have to love if you're gonna move to Nashville, Tennessee is people. I joked at the beginning of the video that my wife didn't like this part of Nashville, and it's really twofold. First, there are a lot of people in the Nashville metro. And when I say a lot, I mean in 2023, we just exceeded 1.3 million people here, and there are more coming every day. Second, people here are famous for their southern hospitality and friendliness. And so if you're an introvert, you may get to know your neighbors whether you want to or not. You'll notice that Nashville and its suburbs are always putting on festivals, music events, cookouts, and general social gatherings. And if they aren't your thing, you may often have to find yourself turning people down, as this type of group socializing is baked into the Nashville culture. And of course, with Tennessee in the Bible Belt, you'll find no shortage of churches and church gatherings occurring year-round as well. Nashville is a city full of people. And so, living here means you have to find a little love in your heart for your fellow Homo sapien. I touched a little bit on Nashville weather in this video, but there's a whole lot more I didn't share about the weather here that may surprise you. So check out that video to get the whole scoop. If this video was helpful to you, please hit that like button so YouTube knows to share it with more people like you. And if you'd like me to keep you informed about Nashville, I'd be honored if I earned your subscription today. Thanks for watching, and as always, I hope to Tennessee you soon.